In this video, I'm going to show you how you can integrate your leave dates staff holiday planner with over 1,500 different apps using Zapier. To begin, you need to go to zapier.com and create an account. Then log in and click the button that says Make a Zap. The way Zapier works is that you set up triggers and actions. Triggers are things that you want to trigger actions to take place. So for instance, in our case, we want to trigger an action when somebody creates a new leave request. When you define a trigger, Zapier constantly checks whether that trigger has taken place, and when it does, then it triggers an action. So in our example today, we want to trigger an action when somebody requests a new leave record in leave dates. So we need to search for leave dates first. And we want to trigger it when a new leave record is requested. And the action we would like to take is that we're going to enter a new line in a spreadsheet. So we select Google Sheets, and the action we would like to take is to create spreadsheet rows. Now we need to define the detail of this request. So because we haven't signed into leave dates yet, we now need to sign in with our usual credentials. Okay, and then click Continue. Now, leave dates allows you to be a member of multiple companies. So the first thing I need to do is select which company I want to use. If you're only a member of one company, you'll only get one response here. Next, we need to find some leave. This is just test leave for us to be able to test our trigger. Okay, so that completes the setup of the trigger. Now we need to configure the action. Okay, so now I've signed into my Google account. I can select my drive, I can select my spreadsheet, and I can select the worksheet. This worksheet I previously created. It's got a few columns: ID, name, leave type, start date, end date, and status. The reason we're including an ID in this column is that it may become useful if you also want to create an update trigger later in order to update your spreadsheet with any changes to leave records. The ID field here is asking us what information we want to put into the new row in the spreadsheet. You can click the button on the right hand side to see the fields that are coming out of the trigger. So when we request a new leave in leave dates, this is the information that's returned to us. There's lots of different pieces of information in here, all of which, or any of which, may be useful for us for whatever purpose we have for this Zap. So in our case here, we want to insert ID into this first column. So we click on ID. Then we want name in the next column. So we can come down here and select owner full name. Leave type. You can either scroll through, that's one option, or if you find that there are a lot of fields, which often there are with these responses, you can just search for the field you want. So we've got type, and you can see the example there is annual leave, so that's the information we want. Start date, and to date, and status. And the final step is just to test your connection. So we can click this button here to send a test to Google. And Zapier has successfully tested that. If we now just go over to our spreadsheet, we can see that that row has been successfully entered into our spreadsheet. Now that we've turned on this Zap, what we will see is that every time that trigger occurs, the new row gets created in the spreadsheet. Zapier is very powerful, and the combination of triggers and actions allows you to achieve a huge amount of different automations depending on your requirements. You can link up leave dates with recruitment systems in order to automate the creation of new employees in leave dates. You can update different HR systems when you update employee information in leave dates. You can trigger different systems to perform actions when leave is requested or updated. The options are really endless depending on your imagination and requirements. So I really do recommend you have a good play around with Zapier, link it up with leave dates, and feedback to me via the comment section what you've been able to achieve and how it's worked for you. Okay, thank you for watching and good luck.